What's happening, guys? So a sad video this time because the Turan is no longer with us.
Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, don't they pretend. Came off the fence, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
Never can I have a car that just doesn't brake. So now we're rev matching the gears for the next 15 miles because the clutch cylinder is gone. Also, it's the Northwest 200 weekend, which means there is traffic everywhere, and yeah, it's not easy sitting in traffic right behind someone and trying not to hit the back of them when you've got no clutch pedal. Wish me luck. Well, every cloud has a silver lining. The Turan just completely kicked the bucket. The pressure plate or something's broke. It's not working. Right outside a breaker's yard. So I'm selling it to them guys. So if I'd had a lift, I probably would have fixed it, but because I didn't fix it. And yeah, that got me thinking it's probably about time we set up the lift in the workshop so we can actually do good mechanical work on cars. So that's what we're going to do today. Maybe get some other stuff done in this video. I don't know, probably say it in the title. If it doesn't, you're just going to have to watch and find out. So yeah, amongst all of the absolute chaos in this garage, we do have a two-post lift here. So I've just been and got bolts for it, and a friend of mine's going to come down with his SDS drill and the right drill bit to drill the holes, but he is super busy, so we have to get this over there and stood up and in situ by ourselves, so we can just come drill the holes and leave again. So this could be fun. I'm going to throw you guys on a time lapse whilst I clear a path from down there the whole way up to here. Okay, so I'm not sure if you've ever set up a two-post lift by yourself before, but they are heavy. Last time I set this up, I was fit to do it by myself because this was at the bottom. So all the weight was at the bottom, so it didn't really make much difference, but I have not got the strength to lift this end straight up in the air. So I'll either have to work out how I can get this down without the electric supply attached, or I'm going to have to call for backup. Okay, I have reinforcements coming, but he's not going to be here. Well, he's not going to be here for a couple hours at least, so an hour and a half maybe. So I'm going to try and get the lighter one, because it doesn't have the motor and stuff, stood up myself, and then I can sort of shimmy it into position, put this plate on the bottom, sort of where it's going to go, and yeah, gives me something to do. My plan, as sketchy as it sounds, is to lift it and slide something under, and then get the wheels out, then put something bigger under the back, and then for the last sort of bit I can get underneath it and just give it a big push, and hopefully it doesn't go and fall over that way somewhere. That's the goal. Well, I'm not sure whether I'm crossing the fine line between genius and stupid, but I'm using the transmission jack with this bit of ratchet strap to raise it up high enough that I can get it onto this, and then hopefully that'll leave it so I can use the transmission jack to get it higher and higher and slide this along, and then it'll just be the final push. This is so sketchy. Sometimes I think I am undoubtedly the smartest or stupidest person on the earth. Like, if it works, smartest. If I die, stupidest. But at least this video will exist. Okay, so you guys missed a lot. So I couldn't get that stood up at all by myself. didn't happen, didn't work. So last night Joe got here and the absolute legend just stayed here until we got both posts bolted to the ground and aligned with each other and leveled. Now there's a fall in this garage, it goes from back to front. There's not too big a fall, but we had to get them leveled and it took ages, but they're both parallel to each other, level and straight. So I've still got a little bit more to do to it. I've still got to wire it up. I've got to fix where the bearing press fell over in the van on its way here and smashed it. The bearing press just landed straight on here, so as you can see it's all smashed apart. But I put a plug on it, a 13 amp plug on it, just so we could bleed the hydraulic rams in it, and it powered it enough to get it up. I wouldn't try doing it with a car on it, I don't think, but it did the job. So I've got to tighten the bolts, put the base plate that covers the cables in and the hydraulic pipe in, and then tighten the cables and just really finish the last bits. But the heavy lifting and the bulk of it is done, so now it's just stuff I can do by myself anyway. Then we're going to use that brush and that roll of bin liners and start making some headway into all of the rubbish that's around this garage and try and make it a more comfortable working environment. So I'm going to start by cleaning this end, get all the rubbish out of the way, get it bagged up, get the floor swept, at least in this half, so I have a better working environment just to get the rest of the bits done to the lift, because it was horrible working in here last night. And then once I've done that and the lift is finished, then we will tackle the mountain of rubbish and tools and stuff that's back there. So to save boring you guys with another time lapse, I'm just gonna give you the before and after, and by the power of YouTube, we have from this. Okay, so I got sidetracked, but to this, I also finished the lift and put a car on it and got rid of a whole lot of the rubbish from over here. So everything else that's left in here is either needed or useful and I don't want to throw it out. Loads of tires, loads of bumpers and stuff for cars that I don't have, but I don't want to throw away good panels, and then like the kit for the RX-8 and stuff. So we've managed to actually talk the landlord into letting us use another shed for our storage, and yeah, so a whole lot has happened. It has been like 24 hours since I started recording this. All the rubbish got taken away and we're good to go. So now we are putting 2 arms into the Suzuki, and I figure, well, I may as well bring you guys along for the ride. Oh, I also got Joe back. He is like a jack all trades sort of dude. He fixed this where the lift fell over and, well, sorry, where the bearing press fell over and smashed it. He put an isolator on, he put conduit and stuff and just made it look all fancy. And yeah, so kudos to that guy. Yeah, the lift's all set up, everything's tight, everything's like, all the cables are tight. I still need to put like the plates on there and the rubber bits to stop the doors getting dinged when you're opening them. But yeah, we're putting 2 arms in this, so pretty simple. Bottom ball joint bolt I've already taken out, this bolt, and then this bolt. And then it being a rusty Japanese car, obviously this isn't gonna come out too easy. And then just the exact same on the other side, because if you look, the bushing in here, I wonder, is separated and come through, and that's what it's supposed to look like. Although it didn't actually fail MOT on this the first time. I missed the retest date and then it did. So it failed on a dirty brake line at the back that I cleaned. You can't really see it, but it is there. That I cleaned and then sent it for another MOT, and then they failed on these. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling on here and get the arm out. And the arm is out. And that bushing was in fact screwed. So yeah, now to throw the new one in. always make sure they're exactly the same before you put it under there. I have made that mistake before. These arms are only actually like 40 quid each, so not the worst in the world considering COVID prices. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that in. There's no time lapse because the camera keeps dying, so I will be back once this, by the magic of the internet, is just in there. Okay, so one down, one to go, and the wheels, well, the wheels nipped up. I do not know how this tire passed MOT. I'm gonna have to go through our tire assortment and try and find one to suit, because this is actually my mum's car. Been driving my mum's car for like 3 days now since the trans started acting up, and now it's gone forever. So yeah, right, I'm gonna get that wheel off and start getting stuck into that side. Okay, so all the bolts are out this side, and I just want to try and show you guys this trick. I know there's plenty of tools out there to get a bottom ball joint out, but if you put a pry bar just, well, maybe I'm not going to be able to do it from that side, just like that. Hold on. So yeah, if you put a pry bar like that and then pull back, I can't really do it with one hand, but you get the idea. Like 1 in 10, this works. And I felt like you guys should definitely know this random trick. And the second arm is in and tightened up. Now I'm just gonna put this stupid bit of plastic on. If you haven't bought one of these boxes of just random like trim clips yet, they're like a £5 and they are a godsend, because you can just break more or less all of them off if you have to, and then you're destined to find the right one in there. And that is her done. With cable ties back on, black, because I didn't have white ones. I'm just going to put a bit of air in the tires and check the oil, and then it is ready for the MOT. And we have a pass sheet, finally. So it's been a pretty wild video. We finally have some operational garage stuff going on. All the rest of this stuff is going to go over to the other shed, so I'm going to get that done before I make the next video, which is going to be a review on the Carcoon inflatable workstation, unless I come up with something else to do in the meantime. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.